Here we go.
Hello, I am Tammy, and this is my sister, Annalisa. Welcome.
Welcome to tonight's event.
Yes, welcome here, everybody. We're so
What?
glad you joined us.
Yes.
Now, just a little disclaimer is the word. If you are a man, don't be offended. If you are a man and you're married, you probably need to know some of this stuff. But this is going to be geared toward women.
Yes, this talk is geared towards women tonight.
Doesn't mean you can't listen.
And in this Facebook event, we're going to start off with this, like we are, and then you can see some of the testimonies below and check them out after, because we've got so many people experiencing relief in this topic, which we are kind of avoiding the name.
What is the name?
I did put it on Instagram. What should I call this?
Because I text her, I'm like, I have no idea what to call this. And she's like, so then you put this out
Well,
there.
I actually suggested things that probably weren't appropriate.
Probably
But
not.
I got some good suggestions, like Code Red, Shark Week.
That one I have not heard. Shark Week, oh my word.
How does this all relate to a woman's menstrual cycle? I don't know.
What did we end up calling it? So unique.
Yeah.
PMS.
Which stands for
What does it stand for?
pretty much sucks.
Okay.
Every month.
I'm pretty sure that's what it stands for. Yes, I am pretty positive that that is the right terminology.
What does it stand for?
No clue.
Premenstrual syndrome?
Premenstrual.
Text below. Put it in the comments.
Put it in the comments because I am super curious what that actually stands for.
I just thought it was, yeah,
I want to Google that right now. No,
pretty
I'm not
much
gonna do
sucks every month. And
Pretty
let's just
much
face
sucks.
it, that is kind of what we're destined for every single
Yes,
month.
and so how can we make it suck less?
Yes.
That's what we're going to talk about today.
That's our goal. Okay, so what is really, really astounding to me is that there are so many things that we deal with health-wise that really can be kind of diminished by a natural route, right? We've been taking Soul Life products for 9 months, and the results that we're seeing are incredible, including our PMS.
Including our PMS, including our Shark Week. It is unbelievable the results that we're seeing, and not only us. If we are ever in a room, whenever we ask people, whenever we put a post up asking who has seen results in this area, every single person that has been on it. Some people it happens the first month, some people it happens the third.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say it even ever has been longer than that, but everybody's different. That's the point. But I don't think there's one person that has not said that their menstrual cycle has been better.
Exactly. Okay, how's the lighting? I feel like you're in the dark here.
You feel like I'm in the dark?
Yeah. Are you in the dark? Is it just...
Should we move up a little bit?
Yeah, I think so. Can you see us better? Okay. All right. So the correlation between lack of minerals is definitely a real thing. I mean, studies show it and prove it. But I just want to first share a little bit about my story with this. I've definitely been someone that struggled with my period ever since I first got it. I would have full-on attacks where I wouldn't be able to go to school. I would be writhing in pain. I'd have cysts on my ovaries burst. So definitely something that, you know, I really have struggled with. And after babies, I mean, yeah, it somewhat improves. I mean, I went on the pill at a young age to try to help with this instead of a natural option, which I really wish I would have.
They do that though, right? They put young girls on the pill. Is that a good solution? I don't think so.
And then you're messing with your hormones. You struggle getting pregnant later.
Yeah.
It just causes a lot of different effects, right? And so after baby, you know, my cramping wasn't as bad, but this is honestly what it would be like for me in a month. I would, you know, lead up to my period for 2 full weeks, it seemed. And the week before, I was just bloated, fully inflamed.
She got bloated.
Yes, I was miserable, headaches, wouldn't sleep.
It's insane.
And then you get your period for the week, and then I'd have one good week a month. And my husband would say, yeah, the week after your period, just like you're back to normal, and then it's like the whole cycle building up to it. And I really truly felt like I had 1 week out of every month that was good. And so I was really hopeful because I knew because of Solenda's absorption and getting the minerals that were lacking, that would be one part of it. And then Re-Kick, their other product, would be the other side of it, balancing the hormones, the thyroid, whatever. So it was interesting to see. My period symptoms actually got more intense for 3 months.
Okay, good to know, good to know.
And I was told that could happen, right? Whereas my girlfriend who started, she told me her very first menstrual cycle was amazing. She couldn't believe it, right? So my symptoms maybe intensified a little bit, probably just like moodiness, tenderness, cramping. And then by the 3rd or 4th month, I didn't know it was coming. And that has been consistent for the last 6 months, I guess.
Did your flow change at all or no?
No, it's been
Okay,
it's been
just
pretty
curious.
consistent,
Okay.
pretty normal, average. But the crazy thing is, like, I honestly could not tell you. I cannot tell by my symptoms when it is coming, and it has floored me. And I'm gonna have to get a tracker because apparently they make those on Instagram now.
Oh my goodness, that's hilarious.
Okay, and you had
Okay,
you know,
my
different-
story is a bit different, although I do relate to this being off of school, screaming in pain for hours and hours and hours. I mean, the pain was unbelievable. That's no joke. I don't know if anyone here has dealt with that, but it's like on the floor, writhing in pain for hours. That was typical of when I got my period, and that lasted years and years and years. And I had, which is interesting, as though I had barely any flow. Because I was always lacking nutrients. My body has never absorbed nutrients, and that is one of the reasons, that's the main reason that I have had so many health issues. I've always lived a very healthy life, but I just could not, my body could not absorb the nutrients. I can't imagine if I hadn't lived a healthy life. Yeah, I had trouble getting pregnant because of it. I was very into fitness, right? That probably didn't help. Very over the top with my eating. No fats, I mean, I lived on chicken breasts and rice for, I don't know how many years, right?
Yeah.
And that all didn't help. That's not great for a body. Like, let's just put that out there. Bodybuilding is not a healthy thing for the body when it's done that extremely. So anyway, sorry for you bodybuilders, but I'm just saying it's not. And just my body was under stress. It was depleted, and you could tell. And so what has happened with this is I'm getting more blood flow, and I know everyone's gonna go, no, I don't want that. But for me, because I had so little, that wasn't healthy. And I even craved dirt when I was pregnant because I was so deficient. That's a sign of being very, very deficient. And I'm having regular periods. Can I say that word, period? And I am also having more consistent.
Yeah.
It's more on track, and that's amazing. And you know what else is amazing? I have 3 girls. And this could bring me to tears, but I never want them to have to go through that pain, because any mothers out there know how hard that is. I mean, the pain, like seeing your daughter writhe in pain because of their period, that is not something I want to see. And so I'm so thankful that I can give them this, and that we can prevent a lot of the negative side effects that I don't think our bodies were meant to go through.
No, it is really incredible. And because I just want to add, because you worked out so much too. So for one, you weren't absorbing the nutrients, which is huge key, but because you worked out so much, you were sweating out nutrients. Everything. And that just really shows, like, it'll show in your menstrual cycle.
And when I worked out like that, I just want to add, like, people will say, well, you had so much energy you could do this, because I had very intense classes. But here's the thing. I had intense energy during my class because it was adrenaline. So I had adrenaline fatigue after that when I was later.
Yeah.
And then when I was not working out, this was me.
Yeah.
I couldn't stand in church during singing. I remember looking at people thinking, I can't imagine being able to stand the entire time while you're singing.
Right.
That is the difference now. I would say now I have energy throughout the day more. So it doesn't all go where I'm just going hard for that hour or 2 or 3 during the day.
Yes.
I have sustained energy where I feel like I can carry in my groceries. I can go up the stairs instead of the elevator. That's
It's a really important.
it is, and it feels that feels healthy. That to me feels healthy.
That's true health.
That's living life and enjoying life, right?
Yes. Okay, and if you were distracted by that lady walking past
I was
with
like,
my parcel, I'm
Who
sorry.
is here? Okay.
It's Christmas month, right?
Oh, I want to know what's in
But
that.
it's so true.
Could
Okay.
it be for me?
we get sidetracked too. All right, so let's talk about a few minerals that are really important health-wise, that really make a difference. And yeah, okay, so magnesium deficiency. Being deficient in magnesium is actually a killer recipe for cramps. Like, it is.
Oh, I like how you put that.
Yes.
It's a killer recipe. Yeah.
Yes, it increases both contractility of smooth muscle and the level of progesterone glands, which are the inflammatory compounds that drive
inflammation.
period pain. It's actually really
Wow.
a lot of info there, and I really didn't know how to say that in my own layman's terms. But
No.
that's a direct correlation. You're going to get a lot of period cramps, killer cramps, which we see.
Yeah.
Calcium, it helps hugely with PMS symptoms, a lot with fatigue, depression. There's been studies on women who take a certain amount, studies who don't, and their periods have improved greatly. Zinc, that's involved in the production of the hormones progesterone and estrogen. Now, when
Super
these-
important. If you're menopausal too, can we
Yes.
just add that?
Oh, we wanna do
menopausal
that talk,
moms
too.
And you know what? It's funny. I just have to add this. I thought I was menopausal before taking Soul Life. Now I realized it was my thyroid that was throwing my hormones off. I was not menopausal, so I didn't go through early menopause. I just want to tell the world. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah, tell the world.
Because
Yes.
right, like those symptoms
Well,
can be so similar.
They are
it's
very
confusing.
similar. And so when these hormones rise each month, it stimulates the ovaries and brings on the period.
Yes.
So, I mean, okay, so even my ovary that would normally, even when I didn't have cysts, I could always feel it. Always
She
feel it.
could.
And I
She
honestly,
definitely could.
like, I told my husband the other day, it's like so weird not to feel this pain anymore at all times. Like,
Wow.
you know, and that is directly related to zinc. And then we know iron, right? Iron levels, when you're low in iron, that's gonna cause, you know, headaches, fatigue, all of that. Now, that's great. You can be, you know, aware of this and try to get these minerals, but what is the issue? Like, you could just go anywhere and get them? No.
Well, here's the problem, you guys. This is what I see with a lot of people. They hear the hype of, or they learn something about iron, or no, it would be more sooner to calcium or magnesium, and they go buy a magnesium supplement or a Mag-Cal supplement. And here's the thing. They overload on something and they're not loaded on another. And so what I love about these products, and this is straight from the creator of this product, is that this is balanced. It is balanced, so you're not gonna overload on something and then be deficient in another thing. And so it has a nice balance of all the minerals that your body needs. Then plus that is that you're actually absorbing it. I want to be very clear about this. Do not go and buy your supplements at some cheap place like Costco or Walmart. You're going to just piss them straight out. It's not worth it, and you are worth more than that. It's not worth spending the money. And if you're thinking, wow, I'm going to save money because I'm going to buy it here. First of all, Soul Life is really cheap, so you're not going to save money. But the other hand, the other point is you're not saving money if it's not doing anything for your body. You're actually wasting it, and you end up having a cupboard full of supplements because they're not working, so you stop taking them. And something that's really neat, because you hear that all the time, right? People buy supplements, they stop taking them because they're not noticing a difference. Yeah. So with Soul Life, you will start seeing the difference, and it will keep you taking it because you'll know when you're missing.
Yes.
And you say, wow, I felt so good. I'm going to take that again. And that is so important. You need to feel the difference, right? And yeah, we have to play around with the dosing a little bit. That's normal because each one of us is different. And you need to be talking to whoever helped you order these products and to ask them about that and kind of work some of that out. But it is pretty simple. We're missing nutrients and we are feeding our bodies nutrients, and not only are we feeding them nutrients, but we are giving it, they're bioavailable. You are actually absorbing it straight to the cell on a cellular level, and that is key. And that is why the testimonies that you are going to see in this page are so incredible.
They are incredible. And I mean, they range from so many different topics, but we had to cover this one because we have seen I'm serious, every single woman experience some huge, amazing benefits from this.
And like, I know we're talking about PMS, but let's just also just mention that men have fluctuations in hormones too, huge. And we are seeing a rise of anxiety, depression in men just as much as women. So it is just as important for a man to regulate their hormones as it is for a woman. Right now, this was about PMS, but I just wanted to add that in. Don't think that if you're a man watching this, that you don't need this. Everybody needs nutrients and we need balance.
Absolutely. All right, go check out those testimonies below. If you have any questions, please answer or ask, And that concludes our chat on the cycle.
I like that. We should have called it the cycle. The PMS event. So original.
Let's cut out before we say something we shouldn't.
Bye.